Hello friends, in this tutorial I am going to show you how you can upload GraphQL files in GraphQL. So first I am going to install GraphQL upload package and go to its documentation. Okay, here is the GraphQL package. Okay, so these are the files which we will be going to use in during the file upload. So this is the file which we will use to upload to add the middleware for upload process. So require package has been installed, GraphQL upload slash this is the file. Okay, now before the server start, I am going to apply the middleware app.use. So it will I am going to specify these parameters. The max file size I am going to specify the 1 GB because it takes the file size in bytes. 30 ठीक है. Okay, and max files. Okay, I am going to specify the 10 here. User can upload 10 files at a time. Okay, and maximum 10 files. Now I am going to because in the schema you need to understand some other things that like string. There is also a type scalar type upload which we have to create it manually. So I am going to create this okay, scalar type upload. First letter is capital. It is the convention. So I am following this convention scalar type and how it will resolve. As we know that a string contains the characters which are enclosed in double quotes, and integer get the value which is of number, and same for double precision values. There are something already defined for these values like strings and number, same like kind of operation. There is also something defined for upload, and we are not going to define this. This is already defined in the package we have installed, GraphQL upload. It will automatically resolve the upload scalar type, and it will return us the file name, mime type, and stream of our file, so that we can use to store the file. So how it is going to resolve? It is going to resolve using this file. Okay, now I am also going to require this file. Okay, I am going to scalar type is these types are also scalar types. Same like we have created a custom scalar type upload for uploading the files for to get the names, data streams, and other things. In short, okay. Now I am going to use this scalar type. I am going to create another mutation for a user update profile to upload the profile of profile picture of user. So user can update his or her name or his profile picture, and what we will return in this update profile, we will return the new user, and profile picture is of type is of type upload. We have created this scalar type for this, so it will be of type upload because we are going to upload the file on this key. Okay, so I am going to create a resolver for this mutation. Okay, what it will take? It will take the same arguments like login and other sign up mutation. I am going to create the object updated object Okay, if args dot is not null, then we are going to append in the args dot name, no, updated data, args dot name in the updated data. Okay, and if at the same token we will check the profile picture key. So profile picture key, and if the profile picture key is not null, then we are going to update the profile picture path. So how do we get this update profile picture path? So we will get the path by uploading the file, and get this path and upload and put this path here, and finally update the user. Okay, we will also fetch the auth user from the context. Auth user, and we will check that user, new updated user. If object dot keys updated data dot length, it means that if any of the key get updated, then we are going to find the user and update the user, and then return it. Await find by id and update auth user dot id. Then we are going to put the updated data here. Otherwise, if nothing gets updated, then we will return the old user. Return user, updated user. Okay, now let's check this mutation in the Apollo. I have opened the Apollo playground, so I am going to update the profile and give the user previous username is C upper, and I am going to give the name updated. It is updated, but it is returning the previous user, it is not returning the new user. So if I press again, then we will see that it is returning the updated one. So we are going to put the new to true, so it will return the new user in the first row. Okay, now it is returning the first user, uh, first time the updated user. So if I do not provide the name here, then it will return as the previous user, previous name. Okay, now I am going to create a key for upload file, upload profile picture, but at the best of my knowledge, there is no option available in the GraphQL playground to upload the file. So I am going to use the Altair, this software to upload the file. You can create a React project to upload the file using the front end, but for building the API, we are not going to build the front end. We will build the front end later, but now I am going to use just the software to update the file through GraphQL. So as front end, use the software as front end. So install the Altair. So I have installed the Altair. Create the environment here. Environment in the my in environment, I have put the base URL of GraphQL, and also the token here, token here, token key here, and use this key in the authorization header, and also the base URL over there. So I am going to write the mutation over here. Same mutation here. So it is giving because the token is for other users, so I am going to put the token for this user. Okay, now I am going to replace the token for this user, so it will return as the C user. Okay, now it is returning as the C user. Now I am providing the key for profile picture. profile picture, dollar profile picture. Okay, now I am going to take the argument from the mutation. Okay, now I am going to put the profile picture key here, the key which is going to take the file as input. So I am going to put the file here, upload the file here. So now here, okay, now I am going to console log this file. Okay, when I upload, as you can see, we have received the promise which contain the file name, mime type, encoding, and create a stream of bytes of our file. So it is a promise, so I am going to resolve this promise. Const out dot profile picture, and I am going to get all these keys, encoding. There are some keys which we will not use, but I am getting these keys for if maybe we will use these keys in future. Okay, so I have get these keys. So I am going to extract the extension from file, because I am going to generate a random name for the file, because we know that if two files are of the same name, then there will be only one file in the storage. It will replace the previous file. So I am going to generate a random name for the file. Okay, so first get the extension from the file name. So file name dot split using the dot and because it will return us the array, and at the last index there will be the extension. So I am going to pop out the extension. So and const encrypted name, I am going to call this encrypted name. So there and how I am going to generate this name. So I am going to generate using the crypto package or so here is the documentation for UUID. I am going to install this package. Okay, install, and while it is installing, I am going to require this package over there, and generate the random ID with the help of this function UUID. Or better, we can use the template string. Dot and then the extension. So we have generated the name successfully. Console log this name. Why the internal server error? Because I am going to comment this out line and check the error. Uncomment this line, check this error. Cannot read a separate property of undefined. It is telling us that the file name is undefined. We have okay, we do not have put the await here because it is a promise, so we need to resolve it. And because we have put the await here, so we need to put the async over the immediate function. So it is already put because we have copied from the login function. And now I am going to test this out. So as we can see that the file random name has been generated successfully. So for more uniqueness, I am also going to put the date string here to create a more unique name. So here it is more unique name. Okay, so I am going to use this name to store in a DB or in the storage system. So I am going to create the file path file path to return the path to the file which is stored in our storage directory. So I am going to create the storage directory first, storage directory, and this file will be stored in the storage directory slash and the path to the storage directory, and also the full path under. Okay, now there is a full path for our file which at which this file is going to store. So I am going to use the ss module to store the file. Okay, so by calling this create a read stream function, we will get the stream const stream. So we will get the stream, and on stream. Okay, because we are going to upload the files from various part of our server from mutation. So I am going to create a separate function for this. So we will move this function in the helper later, but for the sake of easiness I am going to write this function here. So store file. Okay, now I am going to put this here. Okay, okay, what it will take, it will take the it will take it will take the file object and extract all these things by self. Okay, first I am going to put these things here and put the file object, and now call the store file and give the object as argument. So it will destructure the object and generate the extension encrypted file path, full path, which is necessary for its working. So I am going to hide the complexity of storing the file in the separate function. So uh, stream dot on error. If any kind of error occur while uploading the file, so we will be going to return a promise. Resolve reject. Okay, for any kind of error, if the file is upload, then the error occur, then I am going to stream dot then I am going to delete the file. Full path which we have created. And otherwise we are going to store the file using the create write stream of fs module at the full path which we have created earlier. In any case, and for also I am going to put the error in the reject of promise, and in any case If error occur during the file upload, then we will also reject the putting this in the reject. And at the end we are going to put this things or put each and everything which we are going to return in the promise in the resolve of promise. So on end I am going to resolve resolve these things, resolve return the following things. I am going to return the extension, all these things, file name extension, file path, full path. Okay, now I am going to return all these things from this function. So let's check that this function, because okay, now I am going to, because it is the returning the promise, so I am going to await this function. And check whether our file has been uploaded or not. So I am going to await this. So no set directory exists. Okay, it is telling us that no directory exists because we have put the wrong spelling here. There is also so now the file has been uploaded successfully, as you can see. Now what it is returning, it is returning as the following things. It is not the end function, it is the finish function. So here we can see that we have get the successfully get all these detail of the file. There are something we will use, but not all thing, but we will return it for later use cases. Okay, now I am going to use this value only. So I am going to destructure this here, const. Okay, now I am going to copy this line from here, file path, and we have not added this key in the model of user, because we are adding this key on the model, but we have not added in the model because it is of type string. Okay, now we have successfully added this type here, and we also need to put this key in the user type. Okay, now if we check this out, as we can see that we have successfully retrieved stored the file for user, because user is updating the file and we are not deleting the previous file, so this file is getting incremented. So I am going to delete the old file of user after the update of new file. So we will create another function for this. Fs okay, now I am going to create the full path, or maybe we can use this path. Okay, now we delete all these files, and upload the remaining the last one and upload the new file. We will check that we will check if error does not occur, because if error occur then it will not come here, it will go in the error response of our general error response uh, file. Okay. So if file path exists, then we are going to call the delete file and put the auth user dot profile picture old path. Okay, now let's test this out. Okay, no such file or directory exists, so we need to put the full path here. Okay, now it is saying even us that the file does not exist, because we have deleted the previous files, so this the older file does not exist, that way it is throwing us the error. If the file does not exist, then we do not need the error, because it has already been deleted and we do not need to worry about this file. So we will simply put a try catch on this to not throw error in case if file does not found. So it is showing us the success. Now I am going to delete all these files and continue from start. Okay, now it has uploaded the one file. If we click again, then it is changing the older one, so it is not duplicating the files. Okay, so now now I am going to put these functions in the helper file, in the separate helper file, so that it can be used in the multiple places. Okay, so first I am going to cut these functions from here and put all these functions in the file and put the export function. Okay. So we need to import these two functions over here: store file and delete file. Okay, now and okay, export function. In Node.js, this type of export is not supported, so we need to export it the other way. Store file, delete file. Okay, now it is showing us the error. Why? So I have comment this error again. So now I am going to uncomment this here. So to check the reason why UUID is not defined here. So as we have taken the code here, so we have not get the UUID import here. So FS, these two imports belongs to the helper file. Okay, now it is again uploading the file. So now the last thing which is remaining is the validation for update profile new route. Validation. Okay, now on the name there will be the validation of string and nullable. Okay, so I am going to export this validation, and in schemas I am going to in permissions I am going to put this validation here. update profile. Update profile, because I am putting the validation on mutation update profile. So I am going to copy this exact value and put two validations here. First one is the validation of authentication, because we have not put the authentication, because if token is present, then it will automatically, due to context of context middleware of our GraphQL, it will automatically decrypt and put the auth user in the context. So if we do not put the token, then it will throw us the error instead of giving us the unauthorized. Uh, if I comment out this line, comment out this header, then it will throw us the profile picture error, because instead of throwing the unauthorized error, it is going inside the function which unauthorized user cannot go, because we have forgot to put the validation of is authenticated middleware. Okay, now if I put the because we are putting the multiple valid, so first I am going to put the is authenticated middleware. So if I run this, then it will give us the unauthorized, which is good. Okay. Now the second part which is remaining is the update profile validation, we can say middleware. So how we can put the two middlewares here. So we are going to use the AND operator from shield and to first apply the is authenticated and second apply the update profile validation. Okay, now let's check this out. This error is not from our side. This error is from the GraphQL shield, because the AND function which we have used to group two middlewares or validations, we can say the hash function of the GraphQL shield is throwing error, because there is some error in their side. So I am going to write the hash function and show you how this error is generating. Okay. Now if I put try catch here, and in try catch, if I now, because this function uses the object hash inside, so I am going to install object hash. Okay, while this package is installing, I am going to put the try catch here. So in try, I am going to return the object unique identifier. It needs the unique identifier. There is some issue with the hash function. I have read about the errors, so I am going to manually give the unique identifier or hash of object hash auth, object hash of auth, and if we console log this error. Now if I again use, then it is throwing us this error. In this case, because it is in try catch block, so I am going to return because the object hash cannot handle the promise, so we need to return the so it is failing in this case, so we need to return the unique string in case of this type of error. Okay, so if dot message equal to this, then we are going to return the ULID this one, universally unique lexically sortable identifier. Okay. So I am going to install this first. So once this is once this this package has been installed, so I am going to return this ulid unique string. Okay. Return. Now I am going to check this out. So it is still giving us the unauthorized, but it is not throwing error anymore because we have catched this error and we are returning. Maybe our token has been oh sorry, I have commented the authorization token. So if I press now, it is working fine. So this is the solution if you face this kind of error. Instead of returning the promise, return the string, because at some cases object hash cannot handle promise, and so return the string manually. Okay. so our I have put the validation on name, and we also need to put the validation of profile picture, means extension type, because we cannot upload video on profile picture. So and there also must be a validation of size on this. So this tutorial will be long because I have covered each and everything for this endpoint. So I am going to put a validation for profile picture. Yep dot mixed dot. If we create a custom validation, then we need to use the test function of the yep validation. So what will be the message? Add only the png provide only the image. Okay. Now what will be the test of this function? It will test the file extension. So same we have created for the file in the mutation. I have we will also create the code over here. So I am going to get the file name from there and return true. So console log this file name. Here, so we are getting this file name. So we will check the last word last extension of the file to check whether it is the correct file or not. So I am going to return file. So these are the valid extensions: png, jpg, jpeg. So these are the valid extension which user can upload. So dot include. Okay. So I am going to file name dot split by dot and pop the last index. So if the name after the dot is in one of the following of the elements of the array, then it is true, otherwise it will be the false. So let's check that this out. So if I run this, because this file is I think png or jpg, so I am going to so please provide only the image. So because the extension of this file is not image, so it is throwing the error. It is of another type. So if I upload the type of type the correct type, upload the correct type, then it is uploading the file. So here you can see. Now the other thing which I am going to handle is the file size. I put the validation on file size. So I am going to copy this function from here, store file, and do some change. So it will get the check file size. Check file size. We are going to get the stream. If stream we will get the size from there, file max size. So I am going to initialize one variable, file size 0, stream on error, on data. We will receive the chunk, in this case, of data, which will be in byte. Okay, so I am going to increment the size of this variable by chunk chunk dot length. If file size greater than our max file max size, then we are going to reject file size. Okay, otherwise on finish, I am going to resolve this file size. We will also return the file size on finish. Maybe we need in the future. Okay, the file size. Okay, so on exiting the file size, we are going to reject this reject the file size of the we are going to reject the file size. Otherwise we are going to resolve the file size. Okay, and now I am going to use this function. So I am going to remove this these things which are not going to use in our function. So I am going to use this function. So in our rules, I am going to create another test. So I am going to create another test for okay, const max file size equals to I am going to define the 2 MB. In 2 MB there is 1000. In 1 MB there is 1000 KB, and in 1 KB there is 1000 bytes. So 1 MB multiply 1000 bytes of 1 KB. So how this max file size is formatted. So I am going to pass this file size, check file. So we do not export the function from helper. Check file size. Okay, now I am going to first pass the file object like previously, and second parameter is the max file size. So uh, because it is returning the promise, so we need to put the await here. So because in case of exceeding the max file size, it will throw the error, so we are putting the try catch here. So I am going to get the I am going to create the variable is valid true if it goes in catch error, and if error exactly equals to false, we will return the error in reject case. Reject case, we are throwing the error in the reject case of max file size, then we are giving the false here. Okay, so if error exactly equals to false, then we are putting the we are changing the is value to false. False. Otherwise this file will be valid. In case of try, in case of no error and the validation exists, this will go in catch, and error will be exactly equals to false. In this case this we will modify it, the is invalid to false. So I am going to return the is invalid, is in is valid. Okay, if we test this out, so if we go and select the image with size 18 KB, so it is going to upload this file. But if we go and put the file which is greater than 2 MB, then it will give us the error, because we have not changed the error. Please provide only the less than 2 MB. Okay, so it is giving us the. So let's check that what is the size of this image. The size of this image is almost 3 MB. So if we allow the 3 MB, then it will allow the image to go and upload. So upload, and here you can see the image has been uploaded successfully. So we have uploaded the image successfully. So this was all for this tutorial. We have implemented the GraphQL upload with GraphQL upload package. We have created the scalar type. We have implemented the file storage for general functions for this project, and we have also implemented the validations for file upload for size and for extension, and we have also integrated the middlewares and validation. Thank you for this tutorial watching. Thank you for this tutorial watching. Have a good day.